Why is my poop green? Now, this is not my poop personally. This is just a question that was Googled over 110,000 times per year. And I'm here to help you answer that question today. My name is Dr. Lara Salyer, and I help patients and practitioners color outside the lines of what they think is possible. I use my family medicine combined with functional medicine training to help you answer the most delightful and common questions. And today is quite delicious. Let's talk about green poop. So the first question you should ask yourself, if you look in the toilet and you see some green poop, naturally is going to be, was I just at Cheese Days in Monroe? Cheese Days in Monroe. It's a great celebration. Usually happens every even year, except for something called COVID in 2020. It's now going to be next year, 2021. But this is when 100,000 people descend onto our teeny, quintessentially cute town, Monroe, Wisconsin. And we celebrate cheese. We have over 200 types of cheese. We have cows to milk. We have parades. We have polka music and Swiss elk horns. And it's just awesome. It is like Mardi Gras of the Midwest. So I highly recommend that you come to Cheese Days in Monroe. And if you do, make sure you knock and say hi. My office is right on the downtown square. Okay, let's say you didn't go to Cheese Days. What should you think of if you see green poop? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the food additives. A lot of things like popsicles and Powerades or Gatorade or any drinks and candy, they all have dyes. So take a look and see, did you unintentionally grab a bunch of green Skittles? Secondly, you could also look at foods that can do this, like leafy greens. Did you just down a kale smoothie without knowing, which would be really strange? And finally, supplements. Now, iron supplements typically can turn your stools black, but sometimes they can make your stools green. And so take a look at your vitamins. Did you just try something new off the market and you wondered if this would be that one quick fix for all your health goals, which, spoiler alert, that's not easy. There is no panacea. You need a functional doctor. So what we really need is to be like a stool decoder superhero. That's what I am today for you. I'm imagining like a suit with maybe like gauntlets of toilet paper. I don't know, but let's do that. So today I'm going to explain all about how to decipher the colors in your stool. You ready? This is what we get to talk about. It's so fun. So black, right? You know I love to color. So if you get black stool, you need to worry about iron supplements, like we said before, but also an upper GI bleed, anything that's in your stomach. Like if you are somebody who loves to take ibuprofen or you're taking a daily aspirin, that can erode the stomach lining so small that it will eventually be digested and then turn your stools black. So make sure you look into that if you're noticing black stools. Now, let's say you notice red stools. Okay, red is no better. That means lower GI bleeding. Now, that can be as innocent as internal hemorrhoids that you had no idea were there, but it should be checked out by your primary care doctor. You should also look into food colorings and dye as well, because a lot of popular candy is red. And what about yellow, right? Yellow stool? That would mean fat malabsorption. Sometimes we see this in celiac disease or just severely inflamed bowel disease. That would mean that you're really not getting sufficient enzymes for digestion. So your fat is not getting absorbed and it ends up in your stool. Now, what about brown? Brown is the normal color of stool. What makes stool brown? Well, it's actually proper amounts of something called urobilinogen. It's when bilirubin from bile gets transferred into and changed into urobilinogen. And that is what makes your stool brown. And you need proper enzymes for this to happen, because if it doesn't and your stool's green, it's usually because you have a fast transit time. It means you have diarrhea. It means that you have not been absorbing the proper nutrients. And this is most commonly due to many things. But let's take a look and pause. Conventional medicine, which I was in for 13 years as a regular family practice doctor, we are taught that, if this happens, you may suggest Imodium AD, maybe bulk up the stool with some fiber, take a look at your diet. But functional medicine looks further. We ask why. what would be the root cause of green stool, right? Well, we would look and say, maybe you have insufficient pancreatic enzymes. We would test you for elastase or steatocrit. We would look and see if you have enough stomach acid. Otherwise, you might be not digesting your food properly. We would also look at maybe detecting undiagnosed bacterial overgrowth in your gut. Many of these bacterial colonies need to play nice. It's an ecosystem. And when there's some bullies and they're overgrowing, it can cause a lot of inflammation, which leads to the last point that a lot of functional providers look at, which is inflammatory or leaky gut. And that's easily diagnosed in specialty testing. When we find this, we can then help you cure and fix and rebalance that gut epithelial so that you can start having your brown poop again. So if you want to learn more, I have a ton of online classes I love to teach, and I love empowering patients to learn what is going on in their body. So check out my website, drlarasalyer.com, and look at the online classes. You can learn all about leaky gut and learn how to do your own gut rehab. And if you're ready to color outside the lines and you want some one-on-one attention, I'd love to have you schedule a strategy session where you can learn all about my membership. And if you're a provider and you want to learn how to do fun things in your clinic and make your next chapter of your medical career soar, then partner with me. I love mentoring colleagues. Other than that, have a great day and keep coloring outside the lines, except in the toilet. Talk to you soon.